What's up, everybody, to another episode of the Sport Aces podcast. I'm Chris Ortega here. My co-hosts, Tom Bucciafero and Anthony Conti, not with us today, but you're going to see these guys back soon. I know you guys probably wondering why we haven't been posting. Let's just say life is happening, guys. So, you gotta bear with us. Y'all know how it
Yeah.
is. Try to podcast and then do your daily life. It's tough, but make sure y'all subscribe to our YouTube channel. You see the links below. Make sure you follow us on Instagram and our Twitter page as well, and follow us on TikTok as well. But today episode, we have a guest on the show today. Um, Co-worker of mine, peer of mine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Um, he's really got a lot of accomplishments, man.
Nah.
You gotta get a lot of accomplishments. Like since
Appreciate you,
like
bro.
since I've been
Appreciate you.
coming here, I
Trying,
started meeting a
bro.
lot of individuals. So I'm gonna let him introduce himself for this.
Yes, sir, bro. Blessed to be on here, bro. Appreciate it, bro. Thank you for having me on. Ready to get to talking sports with you, bro. Seeing you doing your thing, seeing you hosting these workshops, bro. So keep doing your thing. But yeah, I'm happy to be on here. Happy to get it talking, chopping it up. Hopefully, we don't get into too many debates. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, it don't get too heated. But yes,
Nah,
sir.
man. But go ahead, Ryan. Where you from, man?
I'm from Houston, Texas, bro. So I'm born and raised Houston. You can kind of see it in my accent a little bit. Real country dude. But yeah, basically I've been into basketball. I've been into sports my whole life. Grew up hooping. Um, Went to actually play college basketball at Oklahoma City University. Played there for about 4 years. Then afterwards, I was kind of caught up in a standstill. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mm,
I graduated and I've been trying to get to the ESPN Next program, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't able to do that. And I was hooping at the time, so I wasn't able to do no internships, no things like that, no job, no on job training. All I did was work the little camera, the little booth we had, the little news station we had at the school. So
yeah.
I had no experience, bro. So I'm trying to get a job. I'm applying, can't get nothing. So I end up doing you heard of the Disney college program?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, you heard. So you heard the horror stories, like you working, bro. Like not nothing that got to do with your job, nothing. You working on that the resorts. You know what I'm saying? You working the parks. I was a lifeguard, bro. So I'm over here. That Orlando heat hitting you.
Uh,
90 degrees,
I can
100
imagine
degrees.
it.
Oh, bro, it was crazy, bro. And so I did that for about 6 months. But the thing about the DCP though is like you meet people, you make connections, you start networking, and you get Disney on your resume. And my goal, I was like, let me try to get to ESPN. Disney owned by ESPN. You know what I'm saying? Is if I get that on my resume, and then now that I'm in the Disney database, I could just see everything. So I could see all the jobs. And now when you apply, they see that you're already in the system. So I was
Mhm.
able to do that, bro. Landed a job at ESPN October 2022 and been a researcher since, bro. Been loving it. Working a lot of sports centers, college basketball raps, women's college basketball raps, college football raps, content on the NBA side, on the boxing side, WNBA side. So just a little bit of everything, bro.
Nah, definitely, man. Do you have any sports teams growing up, man? Like a teams you root
Yeah.
for?
So I'm from Houston, so I'm a Rockets fan. I'm a Texans fan. Then I'm a LeBron fan, so I'm wherever he at fan.
Ah,
I'm a wherever
LeBron.
LeBron. Hey, I'm one of them. So I'm
Oh
one of them, bro.
man, the bronze sexuals never ever.
And
Oh my.
LeBron sexual is crazy. I ain't gonna lie, I might be the biggest one, bro. Nobody's gonna go hard for Bron like I'm gonna go hard for. But I really been. I ain't like it's crazy because coming up 2003, yeah, when he was drafted in 2003, I bought it. I was like 5 years old, but somebody bought my jersey for him. I think it was one of my uncles or something. He bought me a bronze jersey. He was like, "This dude gonna be nice." And I've been rock. I still got that jersey to this day, bro. And I've been a
Wow.
day. When I tell you, day one fan, bro. Like people now hopping, or people being Bron fans, but they wasn't there in 2011 when it got rough. It got dark, bro. After 2011, bro, we couldn't go on Facebook. We was getting clowned at the lunch tables. Kobe fans was on us, bro. Like it was
Oh
real rough
man,
for us, bro. Being a
I,
Bron fan is people think it's all. It be some hard times, bro. A lot
I
of
was
L's.
one of the people
Oh, you
who
Kobe?
I'm a Kobe guy, and like that first
Oh
finals,
God.
it's because like when you think about the team he lost to, besides Dirk, you gotta look at the roster he lost to, and
Be
it's
careful
like
now.
then it's just like
Okay,
it's
that's how
like
you feeling. But who did he beat in the semifinals that year? Who did he sweep? Dirk and that team, since they wasn't nothing, right? Who they sweep that season?
oh no, it wasn't nothing. It was just like
Nah, Tar,
it's
you was
just
talking
because
like it wasn't nobody, but
no,
they got all
it's
up
just
out of there,
because
right?
huh?
What happened 2 rounds before the finals in the
Oh no, no,
semifinals?
no, no, no. He got Kobe. He had to deal with
He
Kobe.
swept Kobe. Don't
Kobe.
say he got him clean out of
He
there.
got Kobe out of
Blowout.
there. I ain't gonna lie.
Game
He got
4.
Kobe out of there. And then he
Game 4.
got
Blowout.
Westbrook and Durant out of there. I
They
get and
did. So it
Harden.
was a good team, right? It was a
Yeah.
good team.
It's just because that finals run, it was like the unexpected. Like I didn't think
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
Mavs was really gonna beat LeBron when it was like to
Yeah.
me, I always say the best LeBron to me was the Miami LeBron. But
Yeah. Yeah.
I think him losing that first one, like in Miami, I
Mm-hmm.
think that kind of was like a shocker to a lot of us because it was just like
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
why
Ain't
I
no
took it. I ain't gonna say like LeBron trash. I wasn't going that far. See, some people was like making it seem like he was trash. Nah.
Nah, he was
He
the
just
villain
gotta
at
he
the
just gotta get the be him. He wasn't
yeah.
him.
Yeah, nah, he was not him at that time, bro. And I think he was in his head a lot, bro. And remember that whole season he was getting trashed. He was the villain, bro. He got it bad. Like he was the villain. So as soon as he lost, people was happy. They was happy to see it. But like you said, it made him stronger, bro. He came back next year, MVP, championship, and the rest is history. So it worked out for bro. But yeah, it was a rough time. Rough time for bro.
Nah, definitely, man. But like, I ain't gonna lie. Speaking of like, him since he's not in the playoffs no more, man. We gonna it's crazy whenever like now we don't see Braun in the playoffs. It feels
Yeah,
weird,
yeah, it is.
but it's been interesting so far. First of all, if I had to name a villain, I'm gonna say Tyrese Halliburton is playing a villain role, trying to play
Yeah,
be a villain.
yeah. Tyrese gets a lot of hate. Um,
It's it's
iconic. Done.
it's because he as a Cavs fan, as you see in my
Oh,
background.
I
Yeah.
ain't peep. Okay,
As
my
my
fault. Okay.
background, you see,
Yeah, yeah.
I just feel like he taunts when he's up already.
Okay,
That's the
okay.
only time I will ever see him
You're a front
taunting.
runner.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like he'll
Okay.
do it when he up 2-0, but when they down 0-2, oh,
Yeah.
he crickets. He
Okay.
crickets.
Okay. I ain't mad at that. I ain't peep. I was like, they voted him most overrated. I was like, he ain't the most overrated player, bro. It's a few dudes who should get that title before him. But man, I don't think he's honestly he hasn't been playing the best this playoffs. He's had a lot of stinkers. He hasn't been shooting great, but he's had the moments, bro. Taking Giannis to the cup for that game, and then that shot he hit on y'all at the top of the man. Like these are crazy playoff moments, and he's delivering it. And the Pacers surprised a lot of people. Going in, I didn't think they were gonna win this series, but I'm like, the Pacers are a good team, bro. Like I felt like they was kind of slept on the whole season. But I didn't expect this. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't expect them to get the Cavs out of there like this. Um, yeah, they just been playing great. Now it's the Celtics. I don't know. I don't think are the Knicks. That's they not discount the Knicks, but
Yeah.
we'll see if it continues. But yeah, they definitely been the surprise. I would say of this playoffs.
And for the people who's watching this episode right now, this is before the game, so let you guys
Oh yeah,
know.
yeah, yeah,
This is
yeah.
the game's having at 7:30. This is gonna be
Yep, yep,
probably posted the next day afternoon. So just know this
yeah.
is
We
just
ain't.
us our prediction. So
Yep,
whatever
yep.
happens after this episode, hey, y'all can
That's
judge
out of
us
our hands. That's out of
out
our
of my
hands.
hands. All right.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, man. This playoff series, like the first round. The only series I felt like that I was really invested in the first round,
hmm
I think it was the Nuggets and Clippers.
Oh yeah, great
I
series.
love that series, and I ain't gonna discredit the Rockets Warriors at
Yeah,
all.
yeah, that was a great series too.
I think
Mhm.
those two series, it was just like, wow. And this is was
Yeah,
Kawhi was healthy the whole time.
yeah, he
So,
was. They
so
can't. Yeah, they
like
ain't
for
got that
Kawhi
excuse.
be healthy the whole time, and then Harden still didn't come up.
Yeah. Listen, man, you talking to a Houston fan, bro. This don't surprise nobody over on the South, bro, in Texas, bro. Like he's been doing this, bro. And soon as I said, oh man, Harden game 7. Soon as I saw they were down 3-2, I'm like, they lost the series. Because if they get to game 7, I said it's gonna take this going in. Kawhi got to go nuclear. Like we got to see 2019 Kawhi. He got on damn. I said he got to put up damn near 40 or 50 because Harden not gonna carry his slack, bro. Harden is not
Mhm.
gonna play in that. He's not gonna show up in that game 7, bro. He's been doing this for years. But honestly, I think the Clippers had the better team. I thought the Clippers should have won that series. You know, they lost on some unfortunate stuff, the alley oop by Aaron Gordon, and then the other game they got blown out one game. But I felt like the Clippers should have won that series. But that's why Jokic is an all-time great, because when that's the sign of a great,
The
when you can will your
experience,
team to beat other teams that are better than your team. Like that's the
the
better team, but hey, he
experience,
had the better
man.
player. You know?
Yeah, the experience. That's what matters in the playoffs.
Yep.
Like being that experienced team that been far in the playoffs, won a title, and you know what it takes to go
Yep.
far in the playoffs. Like even with the Rockets Warriors, for the
Yeah.
Rockets
Yeah.
to push it to a game 7, like
Mm-hmm.
for them being a young team, that's like wow. Like
Yeah.
you would have thought, oh, this is about to be a clean Warriors in 5. But
Even yeah.
it was good seeing what the Rockets could do. Now going to the off season is gonna be like, what is they gonna do going into that next year? Because you got Van Fleet team
Yep.
option, which
Yep.
they could decline it, and then you have money in free agency to
Yep.
find some free agents. Then over on the Eastern Conference, I mean, Cavs and Heat. I mean, the Heat was just not good. Celtics Magic. I feel like the Celtics do this all the time. They
hmm
always just give up a game. And it's like, why y'all
Oh
do
yeah,
that?
yeah. They good to get R2. Shoot, this season too. This series, 2 of them. Shoot.
Yeah. Then the Pacers Bucks. That was very intense. Pacers Bucks and the Knicks and Pistons was more intense because
Yeah.
the Pistons and Knicks was like it was the physicality where it
Yeah.
was
Very
like,
physical.
but you could tell the Pistons is still young because
hmm
certain moments was out of their control or certain moments was too big for them. Where
Yeah,
like
for sure. Yeah.
they was winning in the fourth quarter and then going to the fourth, and then the fourth you just have a lot of turnovers.
Yep.
And the Knicks is knowing like getting you out of your mindset. So it was just
Yep.
like, wow. Pacers Bucks, once Dame went down, it was like,
Oh shoot, he could have stayed, and I don't think they was gonna win that.
yeah, and it's just tough because now going to this free agency, now I know everybody probably seen the big news about
Yeah.
Giannis being open to
Yeah.
other options, which I mean, if I'm be honest, I mean the only teams I know we were having debate about this earlier today in screening. I mean, if you
Yeah,
go to
go
the if you go to like somewhere like whoever team getting the draft lottery, whoever gets Cooper Flag, depending on the team who get Cooper Flag, they're gonna most likely trade that pick for Giannis or
yeah.
keep it. But it depends on the
Um.
team.
Yeah, it depends on the team. Yep. That's what I'll say.
But
Yeah.
my predictions going forward, I mean, the Cavs gonna be eliminated, unfortunately. Um, I think the Timberwolves gonna beat the Warriors,
Yeah, I'm with you
in
on
my
them too.
opinion. The Thunder Nuggets series, that's gonna be a tough one
hmm
because we don't know what direction it could go
hmm
with that. Could it be games where we can see SGA, Chet, and J Dub go off together
hmm
and win? But then, like last game, SGA was just the only guy.
Yep.
And then you
It
had
was the
the,
game.
the
Yeah.
role players stepping up.
hmm
But that could go either way. Knicks, Celtics. I'm okay with either team winning. Cause I
Yeah.
just I
Yeah.
just want somebody to beat the Pacers. I just want Halliburton humble. I just want
Yeah,
Halliburton humble. Okay.
you
I
said
just don't.
yeah.
I got disrespect Halliburton. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
but
yeah. I don't blame.
it's
Yeah,
just the
yeah,
person in me don't like him for some reason.
yeah. Go on. Yeah, I'm gonna let you do your predictions. I'm gonna give mine.
But yeah, that's that. Oh, those are my predictions though. But yeah,
Okay. Shoot, I'll probably go. I'm gonna go OKC over the Nuggets, and here's why. When they both teams are on, we seen the blowouts. Like the Thunder have blown the Nuggets out in multiple games this season. They blow them out game 2, and then they blew them out some games in the regular season. And then game 4 was a close game. But when the Nuggets win, remember they stole game 1. That was a game that OKC should have won, and then they inched it out in game 3, coming down to the end. This is the Thunder's biggest problem is this is what I think OKC is the better team, but Denver's like, let's just keep it close until the last 2 minutes, and we're gonna spam that Jokic Murray pick and roll, and there's nothing that OKC could do about it. And that's what OKC got to figure out, and that's where inexperience comes in. It's like, what are we gonna do at the end of games? Because we saw the end of game 3, it's Shea ISO, and he going against a shell defense. They already got their 5 people set up, and they just waiting on him to come at them. And nobody else gonna step up at the end. We saw J Dub had 30 points, but at the end of the last 2-3 minutes, he was a ghost. Chet, Chet's been horrible, if we being honest. So it's just like the Thunder struggle at the end of them closing games. But the Nuggets, that's the Nuggets basically their idea. Get it to the last 2, 3, and let's win it. But the overall better team, I feel like, is OKC. I feel like they wearing Jokic down. Jokic has been inefficient this series. He hasn't been the same. And I just feel like the longer this series goes, we'll see OKC start to pull ahead. So I got them, and I think they'll win about 7. Over to the Timberwolves and Warriors. I got the Timberwolves. Just no Steph. Maybe Steph comes back game 6, but it might be 3-1 at that point. And you coming back off a hamstring, it's like, what can you do necessarily? We don't know how ready you'll be. He's 35. So
yeah,
I think Timberwolves gonna go ahead and get that.
a hamstring
Knicks Celtics,
injuries is
man.
not a
You
hamstring
said, huh?
injuries. I said hamstring injuries is tough.
Yeah, you don't know when you could step right, feel everything, and then you try to accelerate and it's pulled already. It's done.
Yeah,
And the last thing you want is to cause further damage.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Over on the East, Celtics, Knicks. I just feel like the Celtics the better team. I feel like they proved it all year. You know what I'm saying? They got up by 20 all 3 games and they just blew it. Now going forward, I think the Celtics the best team in the NBA. I think they're gonna win the championship. But it is gonna get interesting to see because it looks like the Celtics are struggling in these high pressure moments at kind of like OKC. You just get it close to the end. If I'm any team going against the Celtics or the Thunder, I'm like, guys, just stay in the game. Let's get it close to the end and see if they gonna fold. See what's gonna happen. See if they gonna step up, how they gonna play. But overall, you got to deal with them that first 45 minutes of the game, 44 minutes of the game, and they can get you out of there in a minute. So that's why it's gonna come down to that. But I think Celtics the better team and they'll get the Knicks out of there. And then over on the bottom, like you said, Cavs Pacers. Um, Man, that game 2 loss just hurt the Cavs. It hurt so much, bro. It could be 2-2 right now. You know what I'm saying? It could be 2-2 right now. That game 2 loss, you let it get away. Um, Darius was hurt. He didn't play the first 2 games. Now Donovan's hurt. I think it would have been a better series if everyone was hurt. I low key do think the Pacers are the better team though. Um, Going forward with the Cavs, and I'm gonna give this to you as a Cavs fan. How do you feel about keeping Donovan and Darius together moving forward? And is that team capable of winning the championship as built right now?
It's crazy that you mentioned that, right? Because I got asked this from one of my peers about, do I think Donovan Mitchell regrets signing an extension?
Mm.
I think I think if I feel he regrets it only because of when you're on the East and then you have guys around that's like not stepping up when it comes to playoff time. You know,
Yeah,
like when you're like that first seed, you're
yeah,
the favorite.
yeah,
Now you're in a series where it's like he dropping 48. and he
Yeah,
still,
he did his part.
yeah, like he's doing his part,
Mm-hmm.
and nobody's stepping up. Like
Yeah,
last game, I'm surprised Garland really showed up, and
and
then
he showed it when the game was over. The
yeah,
third
and it was
quarter,
just
he wanted to get
like
off.
it's just like okay, we need to do something about it. My biggest problem with Ty Jerome.
Okay.
Ty Jerome don't need to be nowhere near basketball. You don't need to be nowhere near basketball,
That's how
okay?
you feel it.
Because like let me run down the game log of
All right, man.
like of this guy. So game one, you get 21. I mean, all right. I see
He
you with
put up how
21.
many shots he shoot? Didn't he shoot about 20 some
20
shots?
some shots, right? 8
Yeah.
for 20, 8 for 21 for 4 behind the arc. Okay. You contribute.
Hmm.
Tough game one loss. We lost by
Yeah.
9. Okay.
Yeah, I
Hopeful
ain't
for
bad about
second
that.
game. Second game. 1 for 14.
Ooh. 1 for 14 is crazy. One
What was that?
for 14 is
And
crazy.
then if you look at the sequence of that
Uh-huh.
last play, he could have easily just grabbed the rebound, game over.
Dang.
He could have
Mm.
grabbed the rebound, game over, would have been 1-1. But no,
Hmm.
you made Halliburton look like a great player, and he hung his nuts. He did the hanging his nuts in the
Hmm.
arena. Like, I felt
Yeah.
disrespected. Game 3, we win, but guess what? You won
What do
for
you do?
8, 2 points. Just gotta love it. This past game, I mean, 7 points. I mean, 2 for 3. I mean, that's cool, but we just,
Probably ain't how many minutes he get.
yeah, 18 minutes.
Okay, it went
18
down a
minutes.
little bit. Yeah.
It was 13 minutes, game 3. So you can
Mm.
tell, like, oh,
Yeah,
it was,
Atkinson losing faith in him a little bit.
then, Mitchell got hurt
Yeah.
game 4. Then we looking at the whole bench. I mean, Strus is trying to give you some effort.
Yeah, Struce been hooping.
Um,
Struce been
uh,
playing good.
yo, Jared Allen, you're 6'11". Grab a fucking rebound. You're 6'11". Grab a fucking rebound.
Jared, yeah, yeah. Jared already told you, man. He said the lights be too bright in the playoffs.
This is See, it's moments like that where I'm like, I feel for Donovan Mitchell. And
Yeah.
it's like, what do we need to do? I feel like now, like start looking ahead. Like I feel like Garland and Mitchell, I feel like they can't work together. It's because either is one
Too
is hurt,
small.
the other one's active,
Hmm.
they both hurt, or it's just like you just can't have both of them on the court.
Yeah.
And you need like a point guard. Like I feel like with the Cavs, you gotta go with a pass first point guard
Okay.
with Mitchell because we seen when he was with the Jazz how that
Hmm.
worked. I think Mitchell and somebody brought up a good point to me earlier today. Mitchell gotta go to a team where he don't have to be Superman all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Like,
It just had to be.
yeah, like it's okay. Like you don't have to go out and drop 30 every night. You can drop like
Yeah.
20 and still be 20, 25, but you got a Robin that can give you buckets too.
Yeah. Well,
So you
that's the
have
thing I was gonna ask you. Does Mitchell need to be the Robin? Does he need to be a number? I think he if you want to win a championship, I think he would have to be your number two. But that's not an insult to Mitchell. That's not a slight to Mitchell. Look at the NBA, bro. It's only 5, 6 players that's won the championship as the one option. That's like a sacred ground. It's Jokic, it's Giannis, it's Steph,
I think
and then
for
Bron. He not even at that level. Luka's a question. Luka hasn't done it yet. KD has done it, but
I think the issue with the Cavs is you don't have a big Like, no disrespect to Mobley, but you don't have a big that can like take a lot of pressure off like both sides of the ball or make an impact without even being in the box score. Because like, look at the Warriors.
Yeah,
Draymond make a huge difference.
yeah, he does.
You know what? It doesn't matter if he get ejected or not. He's gonna make a difference
Yeah, you'll
in
feel
the
his
game.
impact.
You
Yeah,
know, like that's why when people see the Warriors championship, look at what Draymond's doing. The
yeah,
off ball, the picks, the IQ. It's like stuff like that. It's like makes a huge difference. When
yeah.
we look at, LeBron titles, we can say, yeah, LeBron was the best one, but look at what's around him.
Hold
So,
on, I just noticed, bro. You a Cavs Kobe fan?
so
That don't
let
even
me
make no
explain. Let me
sense.
explain. Let me
That don't even
explain.
make no
Let me
sense. What
explain.
you
Let
just
me
said,
explain.
bro.
Let me explain.
That don't
I
even go.
cheer for
I
the
don't
cat.
even.
I cheer for the Cavs because I used to work for them. Let me just say that.
Okay. Oh, so you're not from Cleveland?
Oh no, I'm from
Okay.
Portsmouth, Virginia.
Okay, you
Portsmouth,
from
Virginia.
okay, you
I'm
went from
not
Virginia.
cheering for the Wizards, man. Come on, man.
Oh
We ain't
yeah.
going that nasty route. Come on, man. It's certain things that you gotta choose. Like when people ask me why I'm a Cowboys fan in football, it's because I don't like the
Commanders,
West. I
Commanders
don't
up
like.
right now.
Yeah, but see, I grew up in a household where everybody was Cowboys fans,
Okay, okay,
and then I ain't really start liking the Cowboys post, Troy Aikman. So I dealt with the
okay.
real struggle.
Yeah, yeah,
But that's a basketball in a sense. Kobe was I was a fan of players. I was never
okay,
like nobody who had like entire teams because with
yeah.
teams in the NBA, you don't know who's gonna be good. Is
Hmm.
that either you're gonna be a bandwagon on this team? Because if that's the case, I've been like, well, I mean, if we're gonna go off of it, when I was a little kid, like a toddler, I was a Bulls fan.
Okay,
With
yeah.
Jordan.
Bulls would have been up. I was gonna say early 2000 Lakers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
early 2000 Lakers. If you want to be technical, we could just say I'm a Spurs fan.
yeah. They ran it off.
And,
Yeah,
shout out to Coach Pop. But,
yeah.
going forward, man, I think with you know, the whole playoffs, man, we hope we can get more good basketball
Oh yeah,
this
it's been great.
today and going forward, man. And then even tonight, before the games, you got the
Yeah.
draft lottery. Man,
Ooh, yeah. That's going down.
it's crazy because so many scenarios.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like we don't know who's gonna get the top pick. Cooper
Hmm.
Flag is the projected number one overall pick,
Yeah.
but we don't know who's gonna get the top pick.
Yeah, yeah, and
Uh,
I think that's why Giannis announced his decision today. It's like, hey, whoever gets this top pick, or if it's a big jump, don't lock in Cooper because you might want to flip that for me. Or if you go up, I might be there. So I think that's why his agent announced it today. But man, it's a lot of scenarios, like you said, because you got good teams that are in the lottery or that can get a lottery pick. For the Rockets, they got the Suns pick. You got the Spurs, they got two lottery picks. They got their own. Then they got the Hawks. They both low. So it's the Hawks is the 14th one. So you doubt it's going to get to 1%. And I think the Spurs is like 9 or 8 or something like that. So you never know how far. But yeah, you got them two lottery picks. Then you got the Thunder. If the 76ers pick ball below 7, they get it. So it's like all these good teams could get that lottery pick. Now we could flip it for Giannis. So that's what makes it so interesting too.
Indeed, man, indeed, and that's why, like, it's crazy because we don't know what could happen, man. Like people thinking, man, what if like San Antonio surprise and get into that, number one pick? I'd be like,
Yeah.
psh. But it's
I
some
think
good
they would flip
guys.
it though. I
I
think they
think
would flip
if the Brooklyn Nets get like a top three pick, man, I can see the Brooklyn Nets and they have the picks to trade the whole house for
it. Yeah.
Giannis.
See, I see people is saying that, but you gotta remember too, Giannis decide where he want to go. They not trading nowhere that Giannis don't want to go. So it's like if you Giannis, you want to get a championship. Brooklyn ain't got that right now. Now maybe down the line they can build that for you, But the way you talking, bro, you want to get to it right now. So I do see a lot of people throwing Brooklyn in there, but I'm like, I don't see Giannis wanting to go there right now. But like you said, I think they would trade the whole house for him, though. I think
Yeah.
if Brooklyn could, if they could make an offer, and the Bucks, if it's like a Dame situation, Dame didn't want to go to Miami, but the Bucks made the best offer, and that's where the Trailblazers sent him. If they do Giannis like that, where it's like, hey, I don't care if you want to go to this team, we to give you the best offer, and that's gonna be the Nets, then hey, that could happen. But I just don't see them doing Giannis like that.
Nah, because I think Giannis brought him a title. Giannis
Yeah.
did a lot of great things for them in their organization. So it's kind of like some of it is not all on Giannis' fault as well.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because, like, some of it is kind of like, eh, it's not him. It was just either the team,
Injuries hurt him a lot.
injuries,
Yeah.
coaching.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
just
They should have
like,
never fired Bud.
and then Adrian Griffin, that was his name, who got
Yeah.
fired for
Yeah.
Doc. Like, it was just a lot. So we going to see what's gonna happen with this draft lottery, man. For real, man.
Hmm. It's a lot of talent in the draft. Even besides Cooper Flag, you got another player who I like, Ace Bailey. Like he's one of them
Nah.
ones. I like Harper a lot too. Actually, I probably like Harper. I like Dylan Harper over Ace Bailey. Dylan Harper to
Mm,
me, he's another star player. Cooper Flag's a star. He's gonna be great. And then right after that, Dylan Harper, he's a for sure star. I like Ace. Ace is nice. I like Trey Johnson, BJ Edgecombe. It's a lot of talent in this draft. So even if a team doesn't get the number one pick, it's like, hey, you can still get a nice little all star, bro.
you know what? You know who I'm a fan of, and I wasn't familiar with his game until the tournament.
Who?
Jeremiah Fears.
Oh yeah, he not from
That's
Oklahoma.
yeah,
Yeah, he
that's a
nice.
shifty dude, and I
Yeah.
respect his game, sir. If you're listening to this, which I know you're not, I respect your game, sir. I
He's
respect
nice,
your
bro.
game because let me tell you, I was just like, yo, I had to cut video for him. I'm like, yeah, I gotta watch this
Mhm.
guy game because he got game. I ain't gonna
He
lie,
young
he
too. He only about
very young
18, 19. He
and
reclassified up. He supposed to be a high school senior
perfect,
right now.
perfect because now he's gonna come into a situation where any team he go to, and I think I starting to see a trend with like younger guys is trying to get drafted early so they can put them around some good vets and then see where the future goes,
Yeah,
because I can see
sure.
something good happening.
Yeah, yeah. Especially, I think he's projected like mock drafts or ESPN mock draft got him around that 7, 8, 9, 10 range. So that's where you start seeing these good teams possibly fall down to. That's where you start seeing the Spurs, the Rockets, the Thunder if they get the 76ers pick. So he could go into a ready-made situation, ready to contribute for sure.
So man, Shador.
Man, man.
We're gonna go into NFL about Shador because let me tell you, I never in my life would have ever thought if I'm a
Man.
fifth round draft pick, oh, you marketing the hell out of me on NFL
Oh
social
yeah,
media
for sure.
and
Yeah,
Brown
they
social
would.
media? By God.
They know what it is. They know
And
what's up.
I know the people who hate on him. It's like
Oh yeah.
they fits in there, like they just sour that he's
Sick. They
rich.
sick. They sick. Yeah. Yeah, they sick right now. It's like you could man, I don't even where you want to start at, bro. Cause I want to address like everybody that was just once he fell out the first round, which he never should have. He never should have fell out the first round, in my opinion. To me, we gonna say what we want. You know what I'm saying? Cam Ward's a great quarterback, but to me, Shador is the better quarterback, bro. Say what you want about his arm strength, his lack of athletic mobility. That has never stopped a player from going number one. We saw Joe Burrow, and Joe Burrow's a great quarterback, but he wasn't athletic coming out. Even though Joe does run a nice 40, people don't. He does have more athletic than people lead on, but he wasn't the fastest guy. He wasn't the strongest guy. And that's my comparison for Shador, honestly, is Joe Burrow because he's insanely accurate. He has touch on the ball. He can hit receivers when he needs to. He stays poised under the pocket. He's tough. I'm like, this is Joe Burrow to me. But it's like, okay, you holding this Shador athleticism against them. We seen Joe Burrow go number one. We seen CJ Stroud go number two, who that's my quarterback, but he's not athletic at all. He never leaves the pocket. And well, he leaves the pocket because he's running for his life, but he ain't the type to juke three people and get a first down. You know what I'm saying? We seen Bryce Young go number one, who's short, who's 5'8", 5'10". So we have I could go on, bro. We have numerous examples of quarterbacks going early in the draft that didn't have the best athletic traits. So everybody holding that against them and saying this is this, okay, and we see what's going on. You're not being fair. So then after he fell out the first round, which I knew shouldn't have happened, you got people justifying he's really not that good. Like if you look at the game film, he was holding on to the ball, he was doing this, bruh. And all respect, we saw Anthony Richardson going 4 overall. His tape is terrible, bro. His tape is terrible. He's missing receiver. He's never been accurate. Anthony Richardson, and he has potential. You see the traits, they pop off the film. But you're not going to sit here and watch the film and say, there's no reason Shador should have been a first round QB. The film doesn't lie. You can say he holds the ball too much. He takes sacks. Who else did that in college? Caleb Williams, the number 1 overall pick, who also, again, I remind you, was not very athletic. So it's like, y'all nitpicking. Just say what's going on, bro. Say what we all know. They didn't pick him because they don't like the way that he acts. They don't like Deion. And that's why he fell all the way to the 5th round. But I didn't like it. Took people all the way to Dillon Gabriel, the 3rd round. He went in the 3rd round. When Dillon Gabriel went 3rd round, he was like, okay, something's going on. That's when everybody realized the jinx. They were like, oh, okay, we see what's going on. They were like, this is crazy. They're like, there's something going on. I just wish people was being fair up to that point. You know, when you see Mel Kiper going crazy, this is all he does. He studies the film. He studies this all year. He studies mock drafts. He does mock drafts. He studies college prospects all year. So if he had him as his number 1 quarterback as well. If he see an issue with this, then why are y'all all so-called analysts just now catching up? That was my thing about it.
I'm going to just cut through the bullshit. I'm just cut through the bullshit. Y'all say athleticism was the problem. His athleticism wasn't the problem. I know what it is. Like you said, y'all just don't like his father.
Yeah.
Y'all just don't like his father. Y'all don't like the demeanor of the quarterback he coming in, and he has confidence.
Yeah.
Everybody confidence is not your insecurity. It shows your insecurity.
Yeah.
So when he came in and poised with that energy, y'all know y'all insecure.
Yeah.
People that's Giants fans, y'all was hyping this Shador neighbors up. Talk to your GM and head coach. Because if this Jackson Dart experiment don't work while they're there,
they're gone.
They're gone. And when they both gone, you better hope Jackson Dart be a fucking Pro Bowler. If he's not, guess what? He's the fuck out of there.
Yep.
So it's just like, it's crazy. And I'm sitting here like, wow, I did not know you gotta be a fast quarterback. That's crazy.
They making stuff up on the fly.
Y'all just looking for reasons to just downplay the young man, but I'm okay.
Yep.
I get it. Y'all just don't want to see Shador. Y'all want to humble him by putting him in the 5th round, right?
Yep.
Ken Ward, first pick, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Johns could have got him, but oh no, we're gonna go with Jackson Dart because Shador didn't interview good.
Yeah,
he didn't know the playbook. He didn't see the fuck ups. Who gives a fuck about y'all playbook if y'all was 8-42 in 3 fucking years?
Man, and that's what they saying, bro. I'm like, drop the film. If the interview bad, drop the film, man.
Drop the interview. Cause that's what everybody's waiting on. Everybody waiting on drop the Shador shit so we can see the shit y'all saying. Because if they don't drop the shit, that's when we like they scared. Cause you know what it was? Because ever since Hard Knocks, y'all be iffy about dropping shit that's about y'all because y'all know y'all don't want to look bad. Cause y'all tried to get motherfuckers in trouble and y'all was calling everybody saying we not the bad guys. No. You let Saquon walk out your fucking building and said no other team is gonna pay him that much. And guess
Shit.
what happened? He went to the Eagles. He won a fucking Super Bowl. Almost
Yeah.
became a Russian champion.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now
Walk right to
y'all
your division rival.
and y'all look dumb as hell, and y'all sitting there trying to play like, oh man, we're gonna be fine. No, y'all not. Y'all don't know what the fuck y'all doing.
They don't. They
The
don't, bro.
fucking Saints. Oh my god. If it's any team that deserves a pile of shit at the office, it's the fucking Saints. Because
Yeah, I didn't
we all
understand
knew
that.
we all knew Derek Carr was gonna be done.
Hmm.
Dwayne was on the wall.
Yeah.
And who's your fucking guy? Oh, we're gonna go with Tyler Sharp because he's more experienced. He's fucking damn near 26 years old. If I'm 26 years old, I play like 6 years in college football, I would be experienced too. You're a
Yeah.
grown ass man playing against kids. He can throw a deep ball and look so perfect. Yeah, because he's going against a fucking cornerback that's 20 years old. Not no fucking 23, 24-year-old DB in the
Yeah.
NFL that's better.
Hmm.
But
Yeah.
but
That'll be
but
interesting.
but let the Saints deal with that shit, man. It's Kellen Moore problem. Kellen
Hmm.
Moore, if you done after one season, just know, hey, you could have got Shador, but hey, the Steelers, y'all not safe either because y'all keep believing this Aaron Rodgers shit is happening. If Aaron Rodgers just retire on your asses, I'ma
They
laugh because
don't.
I'm gonna be like, damn, you don't got Mason Rudolph and Will Howard. Shit. Y'all just
Ain't
y'all
nothing.
gonna be great, but I mean, who gonna throw DK the ball?
Yeah.
But thank you for George Pickens though. I give y'all
Yeah. Oh
that.
yeah,
Thank you,
Cowboys.
thank you for George
Yep.
Pickens though for giving him
Yep.
this season to us. I wish we could have made trades that easy. Because I know he was unhappy there, but
Yeah.
you know, um, it's just crazy to me, man. Because it's just like it's just seeing reports now saying like Shador had better rookie minicamp than Dylan Gabriel. And it's just
Duh.
funny. It's just
We could have
funny
told
because
you that.
it's just funny, like, huh, that's crazy. Y'all was shit talking everybody in Colorado. And these the guys that's going to the teams and they actually show up. Like, I like Jimmy Horn Jr. Jimmy Horn Jr. is
Yeah.
doing great with the Panthers.
Hmm.
Shallow
Hmm.
looking fucking great for the Bucks.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy. Like, I'm sitting here like, this your ass crazy. Y'all was down talking the Colorado team because they had all these likes and stuff. But
Yeah.
now all of a sudden, if they make an impact in the NFL, that's gonna be hysterical sitting here like, wow, that's crazy. A team that was only for likes, and now all of a sudden, y'all look at their school for a reason to get prospects.
Exactly, bro.
But
And
that
then,
NFL shit is crazy, man. But I know the schedule come out on the 14th.
yeah.
I want to see who we got in each week because they got us opening the season
Yeah.
against the Eagles.
Hmm.
I could
I
just
don't like
I
that either, though. I don't like that.
I
That's
I, I
a
feel
lot.
like it's a setup already for
Yeah.
ratings because I can see it right
Oh yeah,
now.
yeah.
They're gonna say, "Man, we're gonna lose," and then they're gonna say, "Man, the Cowboys just never gonna be good." And it's gonna be a story for like 2 weeks about
Hmm.
us losing to the Eagles, and it's gonna be like, "Do y'all not know they the defending Super Bowl champs?" Like, like, do we like not forget that, or we just forgot that? Like, I would just look around like, okay, so this is what we doing. like we
Yeah.
like we can go 0-6, 0-17, and all of a sudden, oh man, do they still got I? But I'm gonna be honest, man. As a Cowboys fan, I think for me personally, I think a wild card appearance is my highest ceiling right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
I think because I can't really say how this is gonna work out on the offensive side of the ball. 'Cause I gotta see how Pickens, Lamb, and Dak work together.
Hmm.
We had a great draft. I'm gonna admit that. We had a great draft.
Okay.
At first I was
Got
questioning like
Tyler
why we didn't
Booker.
get a receiver, but then now looking at it now, it's like we actually had a pretty great draft.
Okay.
I like Jaden Blue. Texas running
Oh
back.
yeah, yeah, y'all did
And
get
Phil
him. Yeah.
Mumford from Clemson, I ain't gonna lie, he's very underrated as a running
Oh,
back.
y'all got two running backs. I didn't know
Yeah,
that. Okay.
yeah. So like, I really hope that running back room looks good going to the training camp. Um, Defense is still my question mark
I'm about to say you
right
talking about
now.
you don't know about the offense. I'm like the defense.
Defense
It's
is
the
my question mark
line. You got to
because
stop that run. That's what I'm worried
because
about if I'm y'all.
that's where it's like it's a big question mark for me because reason why I
Yeah,
said wild card was my highest expectations is because we can be like an all right team
yeah,
with mediocre defense and a great offense,
yeah,
but the wild card may be like the most I'm gonna have.
yeah. That defense
Now
is a major question mark.
that's gonna be like how we gonna look, because Bland coming back from this injury.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta see how Diggs look. Gotta see how Michael Parsons he gonna take that another leap again, and just be the vocal leader, just to rally everybody around him instead. I love you, Michael, but like, let's not do the podcast, man.
A lot of talking.
Let's just lock in, man.
Mm-hmm.
I need you to lock in, my brother, because I don't want you to face the scrutiny as you always do.
Yeah,
Because
very
as a
easily.
Cowboys fan, I need you to be great.
Yeah.
So I just want him to be great. And I feel like if people ask me what's my best wish, I mean, everybody wants Super Bowl, but
Mm-hmm.
I just really want to get to a conference championship.
Oh man, when's the last they said the 90 something?
95,
Wow.
I believe.
Wow. No, I think that is
Actually,
correct.
actually, I think it was 99, actually.
Wow.
Or am I mistaken?
No, that's
No,
the
no,
biggest.
it was 95. I was right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, 95.
Yeah, that's my biggie. Y'all lost y'all's nickel corner, Jordan Lewis. But I think y'all secondary should hold up. I like Bland, I like Diggs. Y'all lost Hooker, right? Who's y'all safety? But y'all had another decent free safety. I forgot his name. You got Michael Parsons. But yeah, it's gonna come down to the D line and who's gonna hold up that run game. You know what I'm saying? The run, y'all got ran all over. It's been a story for the last 3, 4 years for y'all. Just get run over. Y'all got a good nose tackle in Mozzie, but it's like, why can we not stop the run? Is it scheme? Is it personnel? So hopefully, that'll be the biggest question mark is the defensive end. Offensively, I think y'all gonna put it together. Dak is, people say what they want about Dak, but he puts up numbers. You know what I'm saying? He puts up numbers. He usually holds up his end of the bargain in the regular season. I like the running backs that y'all got. I knew y'all got Jaden Blue, who's really good. He just has a fumbling problem. I'm a Texas
Yeah,
Longhorns fan, so I used to watch him all the time. He's very electric. He gets the ball in his hands. He always gonna do something with it, but he will fumble that thing. He will lose that ball. Phil Maffa, like you said, big, solid running back. I feel like they complement each other. You got the ground and pound Phil Maffa, then you got Jaden Blue, who's just lightning. You know what I'm saying? It kind of reminds me of the Gibbs and who's the other runner? Dang, how I forget his name
Montgomery,
already.
Dave
Huh?
Montgomery, and
Yeah,
Jahmyr Gibbs.
Montgomery and Gibbs. So it kind of remind me of that combo a little bit. Wide receivers, I love y'all wide receiver combo. I love CD. I love Pickens. It's just about holding Pickens accountable, holding him in line. He's on a contract year, so he'll be on his best behavior. Is the thought. Offensive,
I think he is. I think he
yeah,
is because he knows this is your one season to kind of show,
hmm,
like, can I not be a problem or cause problem
yeah,
in Dallas?
yeah,
And I be a good complimentary number two.
yeah.
So when it's a
Which is where
team
I think he
that's
belongs anyway.
which I think if any opportunity opens up in free agency the next year, I know
Hmm.
I can get that big payday as a
Yep,
number one. So
exactly.
it all
Yeah,
depends, man. But like, my and another thing that I'm really kind of hoping it looks it good is our line.
yeah.
I just
That's
hope
a
our
good.
line looks good because that is kind of my biggest worry when it comes to anything.
Hmm.
So hopefully, man, things do look good, and hopefully, we can, you know, win the division title. but it's gonna
Yeah.
be
Oh,
tough.
y'all going for the title? You got the
Division.
Commanders. You got the Eagles. I
That's
know
why it's gonna
it
be
hasn't been a
tough.
repeat champion. It hasn't been a repeat champion in how many years? So the Eagles might not win it based on how it goes. But the Commanders right there, that right down, they right there.
Yeah, like that's why it's like it's pretty tough, man. But we can only see. We can only
Yeah.
see how it goes, man. But I know every other team in the NFL, man. I mean, I know the Houston Texans, man. Like, I like
Yeah.
CJ Stroud. I know he had his sophomore slump. What do
Mhm.
you expect from the Texans this upcoming year?
Man, we gotta when we gonna start. We feel like we building up every year, lost in the divisional round back to back years. So the natural progression is AFC title game or Super Bowl. I know it's a lot of tough teams in the AFC, but we can't just keep getting satisfied with, oh, we made it to division title, we made it to division title. And I know that's not our GM's goal. Casario, go ahead.
Oh, I just had to say, they just said the day after Thanksgiving game, Black Friday game, is going to be the Bears versus the Eagles.
My thing is, hopefully the Bears are still competitive in Thanksgiving. They love giving them the little Thanksgiving Black Friday games, and they be 4-8 and 3-9. They should be better this year. You know what I'm saying? They should be good, but hopefully that's going to be a great game. Hopefully they'll both teams will still be in the mix. But the Bears, they'll get these little Thanksgiving games, and it'd be like, or I guess Black Friday in this instance, and it'd be y'all 3-9, y'all 4-8. Like we don't care what's going on.
Yeah, sorry for cutting you off,
No,
guys.
no, no, you good. Yeah.
Had breaking news from Adam Schefter.
Nah,
We had to do breaking news, man.
nah,
But
you good. But
nah,
no,
nah,
as far as the Texans, it's just like we got it. The goals of Super Bowl or at least the AFC Championship appearance. I know the AFC is tough. I know you got the Ravens, you got the Bills, you got the Chiefs. But it's like we got to push, man. We still got CJ on a rookie deal. We still got Will Anderson on a rookie deal. So we be able to pay all these other dudes. So it's like, bro, we got to go for it. We can't keep, oh, we'll be back next year. We'll be back next year. The offensive line was our biggest issue. CJ did go through a
yeah,
slump, but if you watch these games, bro, he's
that
running for
offensive
his life.
line,
He's
that offensive
pressured on
line
every
was terrible.
terrible, bro. Terrible. We pressured on every single down. So the goal was to revamp the offensive line. We traded Tunzel. I didn't like that a lot. He got a lot of penalties. I think he led the NFL in penalties, but he protected CJ. You know what I'm saying? So he got traded. We signed a lot of vets. We drafted a couple offensive linemen. So it's like, hopefully we could put it all together. We got a new offensive coordinator coming in. We got a new offensive lineman coming in, offensive coordinator, offensive line coach coming in. So it's like that's the biggest issue. Defensively, I know D'Amico's gonna hold it up. We got CJ Gardner Johnson. You know what I'm saying? So I know defensively we gonna be the best top 5 defense in the league. So it just come down to the offensive line. We got Tank Dell out for the season, but we signed Christian Kirk. We drafted 2 wide receivers, both from our Iowa State, Jaden Higgins and then Jalen Noel. So we had a great draft. We had a great offseason movement. The goal now is AFC title game, our championship, our Super Bowl. That's the goal for us to keep pushing. You know what I'm saying? Put ourselves in that tier with the Ravens, with the Bills, with the Chiefs. We should be talked about like how they talked about. That's what should be the goal this season.
I ain't gonna lie, Jalen Noel is like one of the good receivers that I really like y'all picking them up though.
Mm-hmm.
With Tank
He
Dell
nice.
out, I think that's still a good pickup for you guys. CJ Gardner Johnson, I mean, look, man, you just got him from the Eagles. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean that's good for the defensive back core because look, we all know Jimmy Ward gonna be back, being
Mm-hmm.
healthy 100%. So and still got Derek Stanley Jr., who I like a lot.
Bro, the deep, we have the best. To me, we got the best secondary in the league. You got Stingley on one side, you got Lassiter on the other side, you got Jimmy Ward at the nickel, you got CJ Gardner Johnson at the strong safety. Then you got old dude. We just gave him an extension. I forget his name. The light skinned dude from Baylor. Dang, what's his name? I forgot his name, but you got him playing the nickel. We loaded, bro. We loaded on the defensive end. We gonna do what we do on that end. I know that.
Jalen Pitre.
Petrie, there we go. That's what I was about to say. We just gave him a new deal. Petrie just got a new deal. He played a nickel. We loaded defensively, like loaded, loaded. So it's like, all right, it's time, you know. Defense gonna hold their in. As a Texan, we was always in games because our defense is gonna come down to that offensive line. Running backs tough. We loaded, bro. The quarterback good, running backs tough, wide receivers good, defense good. We got linebackers, we got D linemen, we got defensive backs. It's gonna come down to that offensive line. Like that's what it's gonna come down to. And the windows right now. CJ's he gonna get extended next offseason. Will Anderson gonna get extended next offseason. These dudes finna get a bag. So it's like this the window right here, y'all. If y'all want to go get it, let's go get it now. As soon as y'all's extensions kick in, all these little other talented players we got, they gotta go. Like we can't pay everybody. So yeah, that's what's gonna come
Man.
down to this season for us.
But before we end the episode, man, who do you think will get the number one pick?
So to me, the draft is rigged. You know, that's not me being a conspiracy theorist. This is how it is. Like
The
silver,
draft is rigged.
it's at the end of the day, it's a business, and I don't blame Silver, but it's like
That might
if
be the
I
title of this podcast.
the it's
The draft
rigged.
is
I ain't gonna say the
rigged.
whole thing, but that number one pick, trust me, they're not letting that fall down to some ping pong balls. Like Wimby, come on now, bro. The Spurs jumped up
Look,
7, 8 spots to get Wimby.
look,
LeBron
man.
goes to the Cavs. Come on, Derrick Rose to the
Look,
Bulls. It's been a lot of
man.
Pelicans jumped up 10 spots to get
Patrick
Zion.
Ewing to the Knicks.
Yeah,
Hey, look, well, the Zion to the Pelicans. I mean,
but it's
I,
remember though the last offseason they lost Anthony Davis that same offseason.
yeah,
So it's like they traded Anthony Davis away. So
yeah,
it's like you traded him to the Lakers. Remember
yeah.
that deal was supposed to go down last offseason. They waited a whole next offseason. They're like, all right, give Anthony Davis to the Lakers. We're gonna give you Zion. And Zion was supposed to be this generational talent, but looking at the draft lottery, it's like, okay, who does the NBA want to get Cooper Flag? And when you look at traits that the NBA likes, you want a good front office. You know what I'm saying? You want a team that's going to validate that it's a great front office that's going to put pieces around this young player that's not going to let them waste away. So I look at the Brooklyn Nets, even though they've had some dysfunction with the Kyrie and the KD situation. If you look at how they managed everything, how they were in a bad position, but they acquired draft picks, how they acquired these stars. The Brooklyn Nets do have a great front office. You look at the Jazz, they've been going through a rebuild, but they have Danny Ainge, who he's the one who put together the Celtics rebuild. That's a great front office. So I'm looking at the Jazz and I'm looking at the Nets. Now, if you think these guys are going to get traded or trade them away, it's like, okay, maybe you don't give it to the Nets. So then you also got to look at the market. Who has a great market? Chicago, who is around the eighth, ninth pick. They have a great market. The Nets have a great market. So I would, if I had to take a guess, it's gonna be one of them three teams. I'm gonna put the Nets out there, I'm gonna put the Bulls out there, and I'm gonna put the who's my other team I was just talking about? The Bulls, Nets, and the Utah Jazz. That's my three predictions.
My three predictions. I'm gonna say the Sixers.
Okay. Okay. If
I
they
can
shoot,
see
they done it before. They done
the
it numerous times.
Sixers.
Yeah, they won the lottery before.
I believe the Nets, of course. I think because the Nets need like a figure out there that everybody want to have. My third option is going to throw people in the loop when I say this.
Mm-hmm.
I can see, I can see in the perfect world, the
Mm-hmm.
Mavericks end up sneaking into there.
Ooh, what they got right now? The 14th pick, the 14th
Yes.
chance.
And I think this is the only way it can save Nico. This is the only thing I
Only
think
way you
can
can
save
say
Nico.
Nico. Say
Only way he
Alvarez
can
say
save
Nico.
Nico if he gets the number one pick. He gets the number one pick. I think people might have to make sure he's
Yeah.
okay. But
I'm
outside of
gonna
that,
throw DC up in there too. I'm gonna throw DC up in there. They got a great even they're a team who hasn't had a star player since if you want to count Bradley Beal. Also, it's a big market. And also, their GM, they're rebuilding. They had some good young pieces last year, so I could see the NBA rewarding them with Cooper Flat. I'm gonna throw DC
Yeah,
in there too.
well, get Jordan Poole the fuck out of there because he be pissing me the fuck off. He should be banned from any arena ever because
uh,
he got his ring and said, fuck it, I'm not gonna really be a starter.
yeah,
I'm
he
gonna
was
just
really
get my
bad this
ring.
year,
That's
man.
crazy, man. And before we go with the episode, just one reminder to everybody: the Christmas Day game is gonna be at Kansas City Broncos versus Chiefs.
Okay, I'm not
So
mad at that.
yeah, I'm not mad at either.
They
So
play. They had two great games last season. They put
yeah,
them right to the
man. Like
wire.
Bo Nick surprised the fuck out of me.
Yeah, Broncos
So
should be really good this year.
but yeah, nah. But I know I told my friends in the group chat. I said if the Spurs get the number one pick, Cooper,
Oh, I hope
Wimby,
that
and
don't happen.
Fox. I'm like this. It's Pop. The magic of Pop. He really
Yeah.
is. He's really trying to rebuild the 2000 Spurs with this roster,
Man,
and
that
I
would be
don't like
crazy.
it. I don't like it.
That would be a dynasty, and the Spurs are in a great position. You can either get Flag or you can get Giannis, one of the two. They saying they might be in a
Because
sweepstakes for Giannis.
if you get Giannis to the Spurs, like think
That's it.
about how dangerous that team is. Like you can't
Yeah.
go through the paint because
You couldn't
yeah,
score.
you
Shit.
really
You can't
can't
do nothing on them. You gotta shoot threes.
it's really tough. Like
Yeah.
because you have the like when you look at the Spurs, everybody wondering who they gonna trade. I already had this discussion with people. You gotta trade John,
Keldon
Johnson,
Johnson. Yep.
Keldon Johnson. Vassell has to go,
Yep. Yep.
unfortunately.
Maybe Trey Jones.
Trey Jones might have to go. Oh no, Jeremy
Oh yeah, Socan, get him out of there. Yeah,
Sohan,
get Jeremy Socan out of there.
Jeremy Shan, he gotta
Yeah.
go. And they're
Yep.
gonna probably give them like a lot of picks.
Yeah.
You
Giannis
keep
is getting a hard.
Castle, that's
Yeah.
like a perfect. I'm like, oh, that's even perfect.
Yeah, I think my Rockets could give him a good package too. Now we can give him a really. I think
But
we have.
I don't know if I want Sagoon and like Giannis together because
Oh, you talking about on the same team?
yeah, because it's like I feel like with Houston, they need shooters.
Yeah, yeah,
Y'all
we
need
do.
legit shooters.
Well,
Cause
we need
like,
offense too. We need offense. Period.
yeah, like
Yeah,
y'all need like an offensive threat, which depending on how it goes, depending on how free agency plays out, if certain guys is out there, I can get that offense out there.
Yeah.
So
KD wants to come here. So we'll leave with somebody this summer. I guarantee. Hopefully we leave with somebody. If it ain't Giannis, I'll take KD. But as long as these trade packages go, people sleep. Come on, we can give up Jalen Green. We can give up the Suns pick. Then we got the Suns pick next year too. I want to say we got a lot of picks. We got a lot of young talent. People forget we got the third pick in the draft, Reed Shepard. So we got a lot of draft capital, Jabari Smith. So we could throw a very attractive package together for Giannis if he does want to come here.
indeed, man. But we're gonna go ahead
Yes,
and end this episode, man. First of all, Ryan, thank you again for joining the
Nah, I appreciate
podcast
it, bro.
again, man. Hope to have you on in the future because it's
For sure.
definitely gotta have you back on, especially when free agency come around,
Oh yeah,
or
yeah. Oh, bro.
if it's a blockbuster trade happens.
Yeah, yeah. Shoot,
Best
hit me up,
believe
bro. I'm
it's an
down.
emergency podcast happening. You just
Emergency
know that.
pod.
So yeah,
Yes,
man.
sir.
But for everybody tuning in, thank you again for tuning in to another episode of the Sport Aces
Uh,
podcast here. I'm Chris Ortega, my
it's Ryan
boy.
Leach, man. Appreciate it.
And make sure y'all subscribe and follow us on all social media platforms. And you have a great week ahead of you. See y'all next
Uh,
week, ladies and gentlemen.